Hey there, nice to meet you. Welcome to Smithsonian Futures. It's funny, when I was told I'd be showing this exhibition to people from back in 2022, I didn't really register how long ago that was. But look at that comfy fashion. Luckily, that's one of a few things that stuck around from your time. Comfortable clothes. Anyway, enough about fashion. Let's dive into some exciting things from your possible future, shall we? The earliest known prosthetics date back 3,000 years, and they've definitely come a long way since then. Check this out. This customized prosthetic leg was produced by Danae Incorporated, a Baltimore-based company. They let users design their own prostheses using an app, adjusting colors, adding patterns, or even images and photos, which ultimately transforms a traditional assistive device into an object of personal expression. The Danae team translates that design into computerized blueprints, which are used to 3D print the custom prosthetic. It's kind of like functional fashion that can be 3D printed from home. When we want something in snakeskin or with storage with keys to our flying cars, we can just design it that way. Endless possibilities to express ourselves. Did you know that more than 300 patents were granted at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office in 2021? That's almost 300% more than 2,000. Which brings us to, since you're connected to the internet and it's 2022, that makes you one of only 65% of people, because the other 35% aren't so connected. Project Loon from X, the Moonshot Factory, was an ambitious attempt to fix that. They created a network of balloons that beamed internet from high in the sky over rural and remote areas. But like many bold and future-oriented undertakings, Project Loon had a longer and riskier path to commercial viability than hoped, so the project wound down in early 2021. That said, big ideas often lead to solutions you never saw coming. For example, some of the high-resolution data collected by Loon was used to improve climate and weather modeling. There's something I still find comforting in that. You never know what kind of problems an idea might solve until you go out and try it. Well, that's one way to build a better future. What else can I show you? Oh, I know. Right now, there are nearly 8 billion people in your world. But fast forward to where I'm at, and that number's more like 10 billion. In 2050, we need to produce 70% more food than was needed back in your day. To sustainably feed our expanding population, our agricultural process needed a rethink. Artificial intelligence is instrumental in that effort, and this mineral rover is an early step in that direction. It was designed to improve how we grow food. It scans and maps plants in the field and uses AI to measure things like leaf size and fruit count. It can also detect things like weeds and diseases. Farmers could then use that data to optimize, increasing yields while using fewer resources. I can't overstate the impact of ideas like this enough. I mean, what's not to love about feeding our expanding population in a sustainable way? Often, the strictest constraints breed the most creative solutions. I wonder what constraints fueled this next idea. Did you know that in 2022, there are an estimated 2.1 billion people who don't have access to clean drinking water? And that number is going in the wrong direction as global warming threatens our freshwater supply. Here's a solution that could help. It's called a water harvester, and this water-generating device operates using an innovative technology called Metal Organic Frameworks, or MOFs for short. This specific MOF was designed to capture only H2O molecules from the air around it, and that's exactly where it gets drinkable water from, right out of thin air. It even proved itself on the driest days in the desert. Technologies like this water harvester are literally life-saving in the future. That's huge, especially for the 2 billion people who wouldn't otherwise have access to safe, clean drinking water. And I thought ants worked well together. Turns out humanity is pretty industrious too. I love the Bell Nexus because with this thing, I can get around the city at 150 miles an hour, and that's fast any way you look at it. It's an air taxi concept vehicle that's designed for taking off and landing vertically, like a helicopter. Oh, and it's fully electric. The Nexus is made to change everything about how people and goods get around. It has 6 ducts around the body that stabilize the aircraft, and make it possible for that awesome vertical takeoff and landing. The design and engineering goal is to find an environmentally friendly vertical lift solution that can transport passengers and goods with a low carbon footprint. Oh, and by the way, the Nexus is also fully autonomous. No pilot, just you and the open sky. The upshot of all of this isn't just that the cities have a lot less traffic on the roads, it also gives me back a lot of hours that I used to spend in a car each week. And with that, our tour comes to a close. Going through these amazing objects and ideas reminded me how easy it was to underestimate what my future could bring. And I hope seeing this helps save you from the same thinking. As cheesy as it sounds, it's a nice reminder that the future is what you make of it. A bunch of other visitors have committed to doing small things today that add up to build a future they want. Who knows? Maybe some of their commitments might inspire you.